welcome to Tim's BMW Repairs and Information. Well, last night I put out a new video, and when I had a look at it on YouTube this morning, it was one I'd put out about a week ago. So don't panic, this is the right one. Just pretend nothing happened and carry on as normal. That's my plan. Hello and welcome to Tim's BMW Repairs and Information. And you find me here today in my BMW E31, and it's a rotten old dreary day, so I thought I'd have a look at something I've been meaning to sort out for quite a while. And it's my steering wheel, and it's gone, well, sort of lumpy. And the reason for that is that when I close the big gates at work, I put alcohol gel on my hands because of this COVID stuff, and it doesn't dry off of my hands quickly enough, and I get in the car, and what it seems to have done is it's taken the polish off and left it slightly sort of lumpy. You can feel the grain of the leather in it. So we've lost the shine and it's sort of slightly rough, and it's only really the very top of the wheel. So my plan is to have a go at sanding this down. Well, first of all, I'll bring you in for a close-up look. Hold on. Right, here we go. Ah, that's better. So you can see it's slightly raised just in that bit there and where my left hand goes, and then we get back to the polish. So it looks like I could do it with polish all round, to be honest. But anyway, go up, and yeah, this is the problem. It sort of turned into suede here. It's not a good thing at all. So yeah, that's my plan. I've got some sandpaper. I'm not sure what the sandpaper is going to do, to be honest. I've never done this before, so your guess is as good as mine. There's some sandpaper. What's it do as I go over it? Not a great deal by the look of it. A bit fast, I think, to get the grain off. So does that make it better or worse? Has anything come off of my hands? Well, something's coming off. Right, okay. Right, let's switch you off a second. Well, the sandpaper seems to do something. It's certainly smoother. It's made it go all white. But that's fine. So we'll whiz the sandpaper across very quickly. Make a mess of my car. I mean, we've got a choice of what I stick on it. I mean, I could just use shoe polish, but I have got some proper steering wheel stuff that I bought from eBay. But the instructions are absolutely rubbish. Don't tell you how to apply it or anything. So, as per usual, I'm just going to give it a stab. This is 500 grit, this stuff I'm using here. Right, so it's been less dusty now, so I'm guessing, and also I'm breathing the stuff in as well. It's probably not doing me any good. So very light pressure on it. Okay, so that's a lot smoother. Yeah, that's got rid of the lumpy bits. Still a bit just there. Let's give that bit a go. Okay, so 500 grit. I suppose I could use a much finer grit on it as well if I had to. I find exactly where the problem is, which is just there, and that feels a lot better already. Now, there must be thousands of experts out there who do this sort of stuff all the time, but I don't care. I'll give it a go, see what happens. That's the usual plan with me. Just see what happens. Have a quick idea of what you could use and then give it a go. Of course, I'm using the abrasive pads from the headlight restoring kit, as I always do. Right, that seems a lot flatter. What have we got next? 800 grit. Let's give that a go. Now that seems to be doing something entirely different. Doesn't seem to be sanding anything off at all, but sort of flattening it out. Oh, maybe that's a good thing. Oh, how are we feeling? a whole lot better. That's good. Obviously not shiny like the rest of it, but yeah, that feels a lot better. So yeah, 800 grit now. Very little pressure. Don't want to pull lumps of leather off. So what else we got? Yeah, that's about it I've got with me at the moment. That looks like a very fine one, but I can't see what grit it is. It's also never been used, so it's probably a bit sharper than the rest. Yeah, get all this stuff off from the inside of the car. Use a damp microfiber cloth. That's great for dust and stuff like that. Right. Oh yeah, that's nice, that is. Just one tiny rough bit there. Rest of it, super. Oh yeah, look, the black stuff's come off on the pad as well. So I'm guessing this one's 1000 grit because it's quite fine. Can't see what it says, it's just got zeros on it. Right, that feels a lot better. Tiny bit more gritty stuff coming off of my hands now. So I'm going to have to think of a plan to get rid of that without getting it damp. Probably some sort of spirit, alcohol or something like that. But there again, that's what caused the problem in the first place. Yeah, that's very smooth. That's nice, that is. Give it a rub over. Okay. So that's just about back to what it should be. Oh, there's a bit there. More bits to get off. That's better. Right, how are we feeling? Feeling good all the way round. No sort of lumpy bits. Quickly whiz round, just give bits a quick going over. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. So what should I use to get the grit off of it? Because it's coming off of my hands. I don't really want to use alcohol. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I could use that black colour fast on that. That would probably work, but no, probably not a good idea. Right, I'll go and look for something. Right, well, I've had a good look through the house. I've found some shoe polish. Now, I've got the polish I got from eBay, but I can't see any reason not to use shoe polish, because it ain't proper shoe polish as well, not the rotten old stuff. There we go. So, slight protection there. Got new cloths, pinch from the kitchen. Go for a blue one. And I've got proper shoe polish. Don't think it's ever been used, because it's always a pain in the neck to use. There we go. Look at that, brand new, never been used. Right, I reckon I should be able to get a nice shine on this with proper shoe polish. It won't rub off. Right, oh, that goes in nicely to start with. The colour's back again straight away. Right, let's see if I can do it without making just a complete mess of everything, which is usually what happens when it comes to this sort of stuff. Right, well, it's gone in and it's smooth, so we're a lot better off than we were when we started. So even if it stayed this sort of matte black At least it's not lumpy. And it's got its black back. So, but I think we should be able to get a decent polish on that so it's as shiny as the rest of the wheel. I mean, the stuff I got from eBay, I'll bring it in a minute, had so many dire warnings on it that I just really didn't want to use it. Also, it was a liquid rather than a solid polish. Me and sort of liquids in this car, it's just gonna be trouble, I think. And that's just looking nice anyway. I think that looks very nice. Rest of the wheel's obviously polished. There's a bit missing there. There we go. Yeah, that looks lovely. Right, let's go for a polish then. Close that up, put that away somewhere. I think we'll have an applying cloth and a removing cloth. That's going to chuck bits of lint everywhere. I can see that happening. Right, very light touch to it. Right, we're starting to get a bit of shine. See, it's just like the old colour fast stuff for getting rid of stone chips. You've got to be really careful you don't pull it all back out again when you start to polish it. That bit there too. There we go. Got a bit of polish back to it as well. And bits of lint everywhere, of course. There's a bit there, but obviously I've sanded a bit. Wow, that feels nice. That feels back to what it was again. I'm really pleased with that. But I put on a bit more wherever it felt. It was just about there. It didn't feel right. So a bit more polish. That black stuff's gone everywhere in this car. It's going to take it. I should have just started with a cloth or something to extract the stuff. It's going to take a month and a day to clean this up with a damp microfiber cloth. There you go. Oh, a good old blob of polish. This was the bit here, just felt a bit rough. Might as well do the rest of the steering wheel while I'm at it, really, hadn't I? Thumb bits aren't worn out at all. That is looking lovely. Another coat of that, I think. And I'm sitting here thinking, what else can I put this polish on? Well, my door card just there's a bit worn out where my hand goes. Other side's perfect. Hardly ever have passengers in this. So I might give it a go on that. It's worth a go, isn't it? No, I'm really pleased with this. This has gone very well. Lovely. There are lots of black stuff now. I don't want to get it on the champagne leather. That wouldn't be a good thing at all. I just see the lid flying off of this and it landing upside down on a seat. Yeah, that would be good. There we go. Right, cover that up. Right, let's give it a buff. All the way around this time. Again, got to do it ever so lightly because you don't want to pull it all back off again. Very light strokes, just get it moving. And then as it, you feel it pulling less on the cloth, then you can give it a good old polish. That means it's gone into the grain. Right, quick whiz over now. Bring up the shine. You can feel it sticking just a bit where the polish hasn't quite buffed out, but that's fine now. It's all smooth there, smooth at the top. I'll make the old cloth move really fast for polish. That's the secret to it. There we go. Right, missed any bits? Oh, I think they're good. That's it. That's the way to do it. So yeah, simple as that. That's back to super shiny again. I'll bring the camera in a second. Let's get the last buff on that. Yeah, that's the way to do it. As it feels just like it used to. So that's lovely. No lumps at all. That's really super. We'll give that final buff and then we'll leave that to harden off. Lovely. Right, here we go then. While got the polish out, what about this bit of a door card here? It's obviously where I put my hand in all the time and just scrape bits off of it. Well, I just had a quick go there and that works really well. So let's try and do this so I don't mess everything up. So there we go. Wow, look at that. There we go. As long as I don't touch the champagne bits, we'll be all right. There's a bit down in the door handle. Very difficult to get up there, of course. There we go. A bit down there. So looking, I've missed. Try again. Oh, I can see it sort of sliding in there now. Yeah, look at that. Back to new. Excellent. Right, I'll buff that. Where's my cloth? Here it is. Give that a quick buffing. Let's zoom out a bit. There we go. Looks like new. Perfect, isn't it? Brilliant. There we go then. All done. Yeah, I've managed to stop myself polishing absolutely everything that's black and leathery. But I think I've polished everything that was black and leathery, to be honest. I've done a couple more coats on the steering wheel, so it's absolutely perfectly shiny. It's not slippery. Feels great. Back to what it was before. So I've obviously polished the rest of the wheel as well with the same colour. And that looks perfect. Yeah, I look forward to driving that. That's looking nice. Also, I sort of polished quite a few other bits, to be honest. I'll take you through them. So yeah, very pleased with all of that. I'm glad I got my steering wheel feeling like it should do again. Didn't like it with the rough bits around here from the alcohol lifting the nap of the leather. But that's back to how it was again, feeling lovely. Really was that just 900 grit and 1200 grit paper on that. And then shoe polish, as simple as that. Did a couple of layers, left it for a while. Then a couple more layers, and yeah, it's just perfect. And the rest of the steering wheel matches it perfectly now. Did the whole steering wheel in the end. So that's lovely. Yep, and yeah, really pleased with all of that. So, well, thanks very much for watching. Keep the comments coming. I love reading the comments, and I'll reply as much as I can. And I'll see you next time.